Jen. Hello.
And you're going to take the ankles, if you're in the chair, take your ankles directly under the knees. And make sure the toes point forward. And we're going to place our hands on our legs somewhere. Don't make it complicated. You're going to do palms up, palms down. Whatever feels good here. And you can either find one spot to look at, or you can close your eyes. And then whatever is touching the floor, take your awareness down to that. And then take a big inhale, take a big exhale, side out. Sounded good. Let's do that again, one more time. Inhale through the nose, exhale, side out. And you can even say to yourself, I have arrived. And then from here, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Relax the shoulders down. Each time you exhale, relax a little bit more. So with yoga, we're shifting from the doing into the being. Slowly roll your chin towards your chest, and then take your left ear to your left shoulder. And then begin to go side to side, making that half circle. Rolling that chin to your chest, go to the other side, and start to go at your own pace, side to side. Make sure you're not going quickly. Remember, we're shifting from the state of doing into the state of being. And a great way to shift that awareness is through the breath. So maybe you inhale one way, exhale the other. If it feels good, you can take a full circle with your head. With this class, there are lots of options. Please do the one that's best for you. Good, now bring your head back to center. And then see if you can get a little taller. Reach through the crown of your head towards the ceiling. And then bring your shoulders up towards your ears, smush them up. Take an inhale. On the exhale, drop them down. Good, now bringing your hands to prayer at your heart. Press the palms together. Snuggle your thumbs into the sternum. And bow your head to your hands. And our collective intention today is to shift from doing to being. Can we be a human being rather than a human doing? And it may seem counterintuitive at times because you might sweat, you might feel some things in your body. But can you shift that mindset? And when you're ready, you can release the hands down, lift the head, open the eyes. Good, now if you're sitting crisscross applesauce, put the other shin in front, or the other shin on top. So this sequence can be done in a chair or the ground. Good, now if you're on the ground, please slap right hand to the floor. Otherwise, if you're in the chair, take your foot into the chair. Reach the left arm up. Come into a side bend. And make sure you lift the heart. And remember that breath is what's going to shift you from doing to being. You can follow the breath. On your inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the other side. We shift from that idea of doing versus being. You know, often with doing, we think we're not doing enough, doing good enough, fill in the blank of all the stories. And we're just being, we can't do that wrong. Good, bring it back to center. Good, now from here, you're gonna round the back. Round the back, take your chin to your chest. And feel the space between the shoulder blades separate. This will be your exhale. On your inhale, arch the back, look up, and then start to flow with the breath. Exhale, round, chin to chest. Inhale, arch the back, look up, and then start to go at your own pace. And however big it is, whatever it looks like, whatever it feels like is for you. So if it doesn't feel good, change it. Good. Next, inhale, come to a neutral spine, and then we're going to twist to the right. So take your left hand to your right knee, right hand behind you, either on the ground or grab the chair, and then twist and roll your back shoulder. And you're looking slightly down. You're taking the gaze down towards the floor. On your inhale, come back through center, exhale, go to the other side. Good. Once you get to the twist, take the gaze slightly down. Don't drop the head so much, just the gaze down. So the chin is still parallel-ish to the floor. Good. From here, inhale, come back to center. If you're in the chair, you're going to take your legs straight like so. If you're on the floor, extend legs straight. You're going to take the legs hip distance. Now notice we're going to start with the feet flex. So feet are flexing. This will be your inhale. Exhale, you'll point the toes, take the toes towards the mat. Then we're going to inhale, flex. Exhale, point. And as you're doing this, make sure you're sitting up tall still and you're engaging through the abs. So often when we focus on one thing, the other thing goes away. Right? Yeah. Yeah, next time you flex, keep them flexed, and then we're gonna fold forward towards our toes. Now, wherever you land, release the hands down. So maybe the hands touch the toes, maybe they touch the kneecaps, maybe they touch the shins. And then once you get to wherever there it is, release the head, release the neck. And just hold here and breathe. Again, moving into that state of being. Even in yoga, we often are waiting for what's next. When we shift out of that mindset, we get into right now. This is what we're doing. Couple more breaths here. And now following your breath, inhale, slowly roll. Good. And then from here, you're going to find your way to standing without using your hands. So if you're on the floor, you're going to get creative. You can do it. Okay. Yeah, and once you get to standing, take your feet to the toes point forward. And we're going to start here by lifting off. As you lift off the toes, press down through the balls of your feet. Good. At the same time as you do that, lift up through the window. Good. Now keep that arms at your side. Inhale, arms sweep up. Good. Hold here and breathe. Reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Good. Toes are still lifted, so if it feels weird, we're doing this on purpose. So when we take those toes down, make sure that you don't lean forward. Try to keep the weight in the heels. Slowly take the toes down. Good. And then take your right hand, grab your left wrist, and pull it over to the right. As you pull to the right, hips to the left. Good. Keep the heart elevated, looking up. If you're frowning, stop it. Inhale to center, switch the hands. Exhale, other side. Good. Arms to the left, hips to the right. Good. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release the arms down. Good. Give your shoulders a shake. Give your legs a shake. Give everything a shake. Get the wiggles out. And then once you get the wiggles out, find some stillness. You can keep the eyes open or you can close the eyes. And see if you can get super still here. This is called mountain pose. And shift your awareness down into the feet. Feel the feet press down. Feel the muscles in your legs engage. Gently uplift the lower belly. And reach the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Good. On your exhale, open the eyes. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead, palms touch. Exhale, take them down. Good. Go with your own breath here. Go inhale, take it up. If you don't want the palms to touch, you can keep them wider if you like, if your shoulders are happier. But just keep following your breath. And as you're doing that, keep the weight in your heels. Make sure you're not leaning forward and keep that belly engaged. Couple more. Good. Now, next time you exhale, you're going to bend those knees, take a forward fold. Release the hands towards the floor. With those knees bent, take your chest towards your thigh. And now that your knees are bent, shift the weight even more into your knees. Good. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Good. Now bring your hands to your shins, straighten the knees, bring them halfway. Hold here and breathe. Crown the head forward. Now shift more weight to the balls of your feet. And maybe the heels lift, maybe they don't. If the heels are lifted, take them down on the exhale, forward fold. This time straight legs. And if the fingertips don't quite touch the floor, let them hang. And then find that breath. Then bend the knees, weight in the heels, roll it up to standing. Come all the way up. Once you get up, shoulders up, back and down. Give yourself a little shake. All right, let's do that whole thing together with the breath. So exhale completely. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bend the knees forward, fold. Inhale, hands to shins, bring it halfway up. Exhale, fold it in. Good. Now from here, take some circles with your wrists. Maybe wiggle the fingers. Good. Now bend the knees. Again, roll it up to standing. Once you arrive, shoulders up, back, and down. Give yourself a shake. Good. Now, from here, take your left hand behind you. Back of the hand to your left, palm facing behind you. Then from here, you're going to slide it over as far over as it goes comfortable. Just depends on shoulder flexibility. You can also grab the if that feels good. Then from here, you're going to drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Hopefully you're feeling a nice stretch in the neck here. Each exhale, relax the shoulders a little bit. Good. On the inhale, bring it back to center, and we'll switch to the other side. So slide the right hand over. Yeah. Just kind of take your head to the left. Drop your left ear to your left shoulder. But all those years ago, when yoga was almost dead, almost died out, because people didn't value it. It took some really brave souls to share the message of yoga when they were condemned and not seen as valuable. Okay, bring it back to center, release the arms, give yourself a shake. Good, all right, same sequence, take an exhale. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees. Inhale, hands to shins halfway up. Exhale, fold it in. Good, now, last thing here. Interlace the fingers behind the back and let them rest on your sitting room. That might be enough. If you want more, reach the hands towards the ceiling. And then release the back of the neck, look towards your elbow. That on the exhale, release the fingertips towards the mat, bend the knees, weight the heels, reach the arms straight out in front of you. Get palms face each other like you're holding a beach ball. Yep. And drop the tush down, and then make sure the toes are light. Good. Keep all the weight in the heels on the inhale, all the way to stand, arms reach up. Exhale back into that low chair, low chair. You're gonna move with your breath. Inhale to bring you to stand. Exhale to that low chair. You're gonna go as fast or as slow as your breath will allow. As you're doing this action, when you drop down, make sure the knees are lined up. Couple more. That next time you come to stand, stay there and then bring your hands to your heart. Good. Take an inhale, take an exhale here. And then release the arms. Good, warm up. Yeah? You know, well, keep trying. You know, it might grow on you. All right. With the feet part of your chair towards you. Then you can use your desk probably. I don't know, maybe your desk would be better than your chair. Is your chair rolling? Yeah, maybe use your desk instead. All right. Downward facing dog. Everyone usually goes. So take a look real quick. You're gonna take your hands and you're gonna either grab the side of the chair or take the hands on the top of the chair. And you're gonna walk your feet back and drop your chest down. And you want to make sure the ankles are directly under your hips. So in other words, if it's too close or too far, your chair is gonna move. So you want your feet directly under your hips. Go ahead and try it. Feet, make sure they're hip distance, toes point forward. Now try this. Try bending your knees a little bit. And see if that gives you a little more space to stretch the chest. And then once you have that, maybe you straighten the knees again. There you go. And then from here, you're breathing. When you inhale, there's going to be a slight lift of the chest. As you exhale, the chest will come down a little bit more. And take a couple more breaths here. Good. Now from here, you're going to slowly transition into a plank pose. So you'll move the body forward, shifting weight into your hands and stacking your shoulders over your wrists. This will be your inhale. On the exhale, take it back to downward facing dog. You're going to start to move with the breath. Inhale, shift into that plank, that weight bearing, shoulders over your hip. Exhale. Got a couple more at your own pace. Good. Now, next time you come into a plank, go ahead and stay there. Stay in that plank, and from here, you're going to step your right foot forward, coming into a short runner's lunge. Yep. The right foot forward, you want that ankle directly under your knee, back heel is up, and then hug your belly button in. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. So a little bit of balance here. Option, if your wrists are a little funky, take some circles with your wrists. Or you can interlace the fingers and take the palms up. Got it on the exhale, hands to the chair, step back to that plank. And we'll go directly to the other side. Left foot forward, runner's lunge. Make sure the ankles underneath. And then hug the belly button in on the exhale. And just stay belly. And really extend up through the fingertips as you drop down through the tailbone. On the exhale, release the hands back to the chair. Step back to plank. Good, and in plank, press up and out through the shoulders. Inhale here, exhale, take it back to down. And in down dog, take a nice big exhale through the mouth. Then last time, inhale, shift into plank. Last one, hold it, hold it. And then step one foot up, and then step the other foot up, and then come to stand. Okay, shake the wrist up. Yeah, we weren't worn yet, we were now. Yeah, good. So I like to do this number where I take the fingers down and wiggle. That's one way to stretch it. Another one, you can take circles, take them. Yep. All right, do you want to see what's next? Yeah, okay, take a look. So with the chair or the table, Jen, it might be too high, we'll see how it goes. You're gonna step a leg up like that in the morning. And you want this foot towards the center. You want the heel towards the end of it. And you can take your hands and grab either the chair seat or the back of it. And then from here, you're gonna take that other foot back into any variation of a butterfly. So it can be a shorter one or it can be a wider one. So you want to keep that front knee over your knee. Okay, so give that a whirl. Take that right foot up. Make sure it's centered. And then once you have that, release the hands down and step that left leg. And really take your time to get yourself into the spot that feels sturdy. And then once you have that sturdiness, hug the belly button. Hug it in, get light on your fingers. Yep. Now, hug the belly button a little bit more on the exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. A little bit of core work here. I think this is harder than doing it on the ground. Don't you think? Yeah. There's a lot more stabilizing muscles that have to happen to keep you from falling. Keep breathing. You do gotta trust. We're overcoming trust issues today. Good, now hands to the chair. You can hold the bottom on top, straight into that front leg. Now it may not go all the way straight. Take it as straight as you go comfortably. And then release the head into the neck. I love that yoga, even though it was, found in yoga in India, it really is universal because it's addressing the human condition. No matter where you come from, who you are, what you believe in, people believe in human condition. It's universal, this human condition. Good, now then, good. Now take that back leg and bump it up. And up and up. Take your hips side to side. Yeah. But when you're ready, you'll move to the second side. This time, left foot on the chair. Then you can take that right leg as far back as it's comfortable. You can moderate. And really take your time here. If you lift your left toes up and press the ball of the foot, that'll give you some feeling of stability. And then hug the belly button in. When you're ready, arms speak up and over. And then find that breath. Even though it may feel like we're doing, you get into that state of need. You be in the place. So on the exhale, hands to the chair. And slowly straighten into that front leg. You may or may not go all the way straight. Take it as straight as we'll go. And then release the head, release the neck. But on the inhale, bend that front knee. Step that back leg foot up. And then come up and off the chair. Then take those in. And try to take a figure eight. Yep. And as you figure eight, maybe go the other direction. And bring the snow resistance back. Bring us breaking. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do some more stuff on the chair, on the chairs. So now you're gonna take your chair to the back of your mat and have the seat facing towards me. Yeah, and you're gonna have a seat in your chair. And I've mentioned this before, we're not sitting like this, right? You can take a break here if you like. But then once you get this out of your system, you're gonna sit upright with your hips on the very edge of the seat. And you want the ankles underneath your knees, and you want to sit nice and tall here. Good, and then once you get here, crown of the head nice and high. Good, now we're going to extend our right leg out in front of us. And take the heel down. Yep, hands on your hips. We're going to use a little bit of core strength here. So inhale nice and tall, exhale, hinge forward. Now how far you go forward just depends on flexibility in the back of that right leg. And since we're not using the hands necessarily hold on, gotta breathe a little deeper. Couple more breaths here. Good, now on your inhale, come upright. Keep that right leg straight, and now just lift it. Now notice when you lifted it, your body probably did this now. So we're gonna try to avoid that action. Take it down. You're gonna inhale. Now on the exhale, just engage through your. Do 4 more of this. A little bit different, isn't it? Yeah. Got last one, I think. Maybe now hold. Good, now slowly bend that knee, bring that knee up into your chest as high as it'll go. Now we're going to cross that right ankle over our left knee. Keep the foot flexing. This is going to protect the knee a little bit. Then once you get here, drop that knee down. It may or may not go down. Take it as far down as it goes possible. Guys, so right foot is flexing, left ankle's under your knee. Now you can stay upright, or you can release the hands and fold over. So if any of you have sciatic issues, this may be a great stretch for that. Wherever you are, can you relax the jaw? Next time you exhale, see if you can relax a little farther forward without forcing it. Good. Next inhale, come upright. And you're going to cross that right knee over the left. You might have to move that bottom a little. Yep. Very proper. Take that left hand to your right knee. Take your right hand behind you. We're going to twist, looking over our back shoulder. If this hurts your knees in any way, uncross and do the twist from there. It's going to be the same benefit, just not as much as that piriformis. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Take both feet to the mat, give it a shake. Shake, shake, shake. All right, second side when you're ready. Take that left leg straight. Now, flex the foot, make sure the right ankle's under that right knee. Hands on your hips. Nice and tall here, inhale, exhale, hinge forward. You're only going as far as what feels good. And really keep that left foot activated. What often happens when we get into a stretch, our foot gets relaxed and our knee and toes go out. And this is not good for our knees. So keep that knee lifted. If you have hypermobility in your knees, you can even put a soft bend in the knee. That'll take some of the pressure off of the joints. Got a couple more breaths here. Good, now inhale, come on up. All right, here we go. So inhaling here, still bring that leg up, without doing the twist. Then take it down, inhale, exhale, lift. Good, 4 more. This is so deceptive. It looks so easy, but it's not. Is it easy for you? Well, you're a lot stronger than you then. Okay, next time you bring it up, go ahead and keep it there. Now bend the knee, lift it up, cross the left ankle over that right knee. Keep the foot flexed. And then drop that knee as far down as it goes long. Good, release the hands to your legs and hold over. Make sure that the shoulders aren't creeping up towards your ears. Try to relax them down. You may notice this side's a little different, so just breathe into whatever is happening. If the knees hurt, back out of it. Then on the inhale, come upright and cross the left knee over the right. Reposition that bottom foot as needed. This time, twisting to the left. Right hand, knee, other hand behind you. And same variation, knees hurt, on the cross, and just twist it. Inhale, come back to center, uncross the legs, shake your legs up. All right, so now that we've worked, we've stretched, now let's do a little bit more work. So feet, ankles under your knees, arms straight out in front of you. We're going to practice our chest. And then trust that our chair is going to support us. So make sure the chair is on the mat though, otherwise it can't slide. Make sure it's on. Good, now you're going to slightly lean forward and you're going to inhale all the way up, arms reach up, exhale, take it back down. Now if you need to look, by all means look. You'll inhale, take it up, exhale, put it down. You can start to go with your breath. I have to look.
I have to go today.
That's just me. Couple more. Your butts are happy. And then when you come up, stay up. Yeah, we're gonna add on. So you're gonna inhale, knee up. Exhale, leg down. And then take an inhale. Exhale, have a seat. We're gonna keep doing that. So inhale, bring it up. Exhale, hold on the belly in. Inhale, lift the left knee. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, hold. Exhale, have a seat. Good, go at your own pace here. If the arms start to get tired, you can bring the hands to your hips. You can bring your hands in prayer. But you do the leg lift here too. Good, and next time you come on to that, with your left knee, that'll be your last question. When you're done, you'll have a seat. And just relax for a moment. Relax the shoulders. Good, now take the feet and the knees wider than your hips, turn the toes slightly out. Now, the wider you go, more pressure on the knees. So just please moderate what's the best. We're going to take our arms and torso on the inside. This is essentially a yogi squat, but a lot more acceptable, yes? Yes. See if you can relax the neck. And maybe you roll the head side to side, that might feel good too. Alright, take a couple more breaths. If you want to stretch the wrists out, you can bring the back of the hands to the floor and wiggle the fingers. That's a good option here. Next, inhale, push into the feet, slowly roll that stand, or sit rather. Okay, then bring the feet back under the knees. We're going to inhale, come to stand. Okay, you can keep the chairs where they are. I want to show you first, so go ahead and watch first. So we've been here before, right? This time though, I want the feet a little bit closer, so maybe not as wide as they were last time. It'll be easier. So we're not going to make this hard. We're working on stretching our hips. So don't go as far as you can. Make it a little short. Then from here, you're going to lift one leg up. You're going to point the toes and reach it behind you. Then from here, you're going to lift. Everything just popped. This will be your inhale. Exhale, we'll take it down. Now, how high you lift this leg? Up to you. It can be baby lifts or it can be big lifts. But we're not squaring the hips. We're opening the hips so we can get a nice stretch in our groin. We'll do one side a couple times, and then we'll go to the other side. Right? So go ahead and find that short knee, down dog. And I wouldn't drop the chest as low as you can. I would have a little bit. That'll actually make it a little bit easier. All right, so you're pointing the right toes behind you. Yep. On the slowly lifted. Exhale, take it down. When you take it down, just tap the toes. And then go at your own pace here. You should feel a little bit of work, a little bit of stretch. Good, one more. When you set it down, go directly to the other side. Take those left toes behind you. And you'll inhale to lift. Exhale, tap it down. Go at your own pace. Okay, one more. When you're done, come up and out of this. We're going to have a seat on the mat, and I'll leave your chair where it is and you sit in front of it. Sit in front of it. Yep. Yep. Like this. And then once you get your legs up in front of you, and back to where we started with those arms straight, feet are flexed. We're going to take a forward fold here. So wherever the hands fall, And you might notice that you have a little bit more flexibility after all of the maybe. That's the thing with yoga at life. You don't have the time to yell. You don't have to work so much. Sometimes being, you're just being in it. There's progress that's made. When I talk about progress in yoga, it's not about achievement in the traditional sense, the American way. It's an internal thing. Good, on the inhale, roll it on up. Good, we're coming into head to knee pose. So from here, you're gonna bend the right knee out, bring your heel to groin. Yeah, and I want to give you options here. You have a block. Block can go under your knee. This can get nice support if your knee does not have it here. Another option, block can go behind into the straight leg knee. It's another good option. And then whatever you're doing there, you're going to fold forward. And with this stretch, you want to feel it in the legs, but also your back. So if the legs are taking most of the stretch, modify and support yourself. Each time you exhale, see if you can relax the shoulders a little more. And on your next inhale, slowly roll over up and switch the legs out to the other side. Yeah, push it out and prop up, or maybe prop up. Excellent. I'm waiting. Okay, so the other side, remember your options and prop. So yoga is here to address the human condition. And we know that for most of us, maybe you could agree or disagree, just being is really hard. Is that hard not to do? What if I would say you can't fiddle at home anymore, can't have a to-do list? Everyone's like, what? I'm triggered. I'm so triggered, right? That's what we do. And I think that there's room for both, right? Imagine if we didn't do anything, life would be a disaster. But there has to be this balance that we're missing, I think. This balance between doing and being. I watched the TikTok today. If you're not on TikTok, you're missing something. It's fun. The lady was saying that you're not lazy, you're just relaxing. So I was like, yes. Yeah, from here, go ahead and roll it on the take both of your legs straight out in front of you. All right, so if you've been in this class for a bit, I'm going to offer something new. If you haven't been in this class, perfect. You don't remember what's new or not. So this is new to everyone. So you're going to have your chair just like it is, but take a look real quick. You've done this before. This is going to look familiar. You'll take the calf muscle onto the chair. Now this is where we're going to rest. I'm not going to rest first. So take a look. From here, we're going to begin to scooch closer and try to get those feet as flat as you can. And notice my feet don't go all the way flat. You're going to reach back and grab the base of the chair, the legs. And you're going to push down into the feet, into the heels, and lift your hips. And when you start to lift, you're gonna get a nice stretch in your shoulders, and you're gonna have to do some work to get those hips up. So we're taking that with the L. Then you'll take it back down, we're gonna do a nice and slow. Hold on to the chair. Press down to the heels, then you'll inhale, slowly bring it up. Get the shoulders underneath you, press down to the feet. And we'll do a couple of those. Now, if you're wondering if it's like hips that actually lift, they may not, they may come down here. They may lift here. It's perfectly good there too. So go ahead and get yourself oriented. Okay. So when you lift those hips, take the sole of your feet down as much as you can. So when you do that, you're gonna need to push to lift. Yep. Push, yeah. Yeah. You'll lift and hold for a few breaths, then you can take it down with your body. And do a total on 3 of them. This is a great strength for your booty. We need strong booties, yes? They're the worker muscles. This is also a great stretch for your shoulders. If you have tight shoulders, your shoulders are like, heck yeah. Now on your third one, stay lifted. Press down into the feet. Get the shoulders as far underneath as you can. And hug that belly button to your spine. Now you can hold it for as long as you like, but you've got enough to always come down. So we're going to hold collectively for a few more breaths. Good. Now next exhale, you're going to lower down nice and easy and grasp the calf muscle on the chair. Take a moment to breathe here. You can release the hands. Good. Now lift your head, as you can see, and take that left leg straight off the chair. Out to the side. Yep. And you can release back down. And then give that leg a shake. Then try this, look over your left shoulder and stretch your neck out a little bit here. And bring the head back to center and bring that left leg back to the chair. And then go to the other side. Keep that right leg straight off to the side. This time you're looking over your left shoulder. And bring your head back to center and bring both legs to the chair. This might be good right here. If you want a bigger stretch for your low back, hug your knees into your chest. And if you do that, you might move the rock side to side. Maybe take some circles. And where we're heading is final relaxation. And you're welcome to use that chair, between both legs of the chair if you like that. Another option is traditional Shavasana. You can remove the chair, take your legs straight. And if laying on your back is uncomfortable, you can lay on your side. You can lay on your belly. If anyone's cold, you can put like I'll bring you in. So get comfortable, take up space. Stretch out. This is the point of class where we start to be still and get quiet. So once you get into a spot that feels good, take a nice big inhale. Take a nice big exhale. So it doesn't matter what age you are, if you're 7 or 77, 107, we have to get the wiggles out. And that's kind of how I picture the movement we do here. It's wiggles out. Because to be still and to shift from doing to being, we have to do something with that energy. So shifting your awareness to the breath. You don't have to change the breath or do anything to it, just watch it. And when you find yourself getting distracted or moving into the to-do list or what am I eating for dinner or whatever, come back to that breath. My husband today was telling me a quote by Carl Sagan. He said something to the effect that our whole idea of eternity is completely askew. That the only way we can really experience eternity is in this moment. So if you have a philosophical mind, maybe that's something that you can chew on. Eternity is not out there in the future or someplace we want to go. It's here now. And I'm not telling you that to make it a gospel that it's true. It's something for you to contemplate. And that's the path of yoga, figuring out what is true for you. Slowly, mindfully, begin to come on back. Taking your time as you stretch right where you are. You can eventually roll over onto the side, hug the knees in towards the chest. Use your arms as a pillow. And just take a moment to contemplate how can you take today's lesson off the mat into your life. Where in your life do you need to release some of the doing and allow yourself to be more? And when you're ready, push yourself up to seated, bringing your hands together at your heart in prayer, bowing your head to your hand. And I'm grateful for each of you showing up today in class here and beyond via the interweb. And we all celebrate this practice of yoga. It's such a gift that we've received from the May we honor it, maybe be aware of its roots, and find a way to adapt it into our modern life. Thank you so much. Namaste. Thank you, yogis. I made muffins. They're out there. They're vegan blackberry muffins. So they're healthy and they're low sugar. And I picked blackberries with my own hands. I got cuts to prove it. They're wild berries. So so the blueberries are ripe now. Thank you, Jen. It's so good to see you. Y'all remember Jen? Jen Heidel? Say hi. I'm sure you remember Jen. She was in class with me forever. It was good to see you. Yeah, you do remember. See, they remember. They're like, oh yeah, where's she been? She's been in Seattle.
Yeah.
Not Seattle, Oregon. I had to think about it.